Hey everybody, this is Tom, and this is my YouTube review of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, sort of a response video to the Buried Cinema podcast review. Um, but whereas my first one I talked more about the podcast, and this one I'm actually going to talk about the movie because I saw it. Um, but first, just wanted to say, way to go guys on making your guest reviewer feel comfortable and welcome in the beginning there. You guys have a knack. Uh, and Natasha, you did a great job on the podcast. I enjoyed watching you guys. Strangely, uh, I almost feel like I would have been more of the apologist in the group this week, which is strange because this is a very shallow popcorn flick. Um, but I really I align more with Nate on this one. I didn't think it was far, far from the worst movie of the year. That honor goes to Sucker Punch, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Um, but I don't know. My expectations were low. I guess I was in the right mood. I was just kind of ready for an entertaining popcorn flick, and this is an average one with some really good elements. Um, Stuff that I enjoyed about it. I really enjoyed Ian McShane. First of all, you can't say enough about that guy. Um, Ian McShane as Blackbeard just is perfect. Um, he was the best character in the film. I actually enjoyed Penelope Cruz's character once you started figuring out what she was about. I enjoyed her relationship with Blackbeard. I enjoyed Blackbeard's relationship with the missionary. I enjoyed the missionary's relationship with the mermaid. So there were some. I kind of enjoyed Jack Sparrow's relationship with Angelica too. I mean, I think the thing that made me enjoy this movie um, were these complicated relationships between these characters. The problem with that is that um, they really blew it in the end with most of them. Um, they really blew it with the relationship between Jack and Angelica. They really blew it with Penelope Cruz, with Angelica's storyline at the end. She just watched her father die. She's really pissed off, and all of a sudden it's like it turns into just another comic relief thing. I don't know. I was real disappointed with that. And the mermaid and the missionary. Um, what happened with that? Like, do we need that to be a thread that's hanging at the end of the movie? Um, I was pleased with the missionary character. I was happy that we got sort of a decent Christian missionary character that wasn't a caricature. I think Nate might have said some things about this. He wasn't he wasn't really the kind of Bible thumper caricature that you think about. He wasn't a weakling. But again, I was disappointed with his storyline at the end too. Um, you guys talked about the mermaid scene, which was pretty cool. Um, Especially that shot of the mermaids taking down the ship once Barbossa arrives on the scene. You know, the shot way off in the distance of the ship going down, and the men screaming, and the mermaids shrieking. That was really a memorable and haunting and terrifying image. What else? I wrote down all this stuff, but I didn't really prepare ahead of time with this. You guys talked about the new characters and how you didn't like them. I really enjoyed the new cast of characters, like I said, with the missionary and Angelica and the mermaid. I liked that Gibbs was back. I liked that Barbossa was back. I liked Barbossa's storyline. I kind of enjoyed the Jack and Barbossa dynamic again in this one. It seems a little different in each movie. The thing that really annoys me about the pirate movies, the pirate sequels, I should say, is the magic stuff. Like in the first movie, the magic stuff is organic to the plot, and in the sequels they just started like throwing things in there, like little magical things would happen, but there was no like rhyme or reason. And like in this one with the skeleton coming to life, and you know when they try to take the map, or with the drop of water going up instead of down, or with the things coming out of the mermaid's hands. It seems like they throw a lot of magical stuff in there that they don't need to. Like, it's an exciting story enough with just the pirate, the action and the relationships and the alliances and the betrayals. Um, Especially the one that especially bothered me is Blackbeard. Like, you don't need to make Blackbeard a magical character. Just make him scary. Like, you got Ian McShane, you're halfway there. He's a great character. He's a scary character. He doesn't need to be magic. He doesn't have to have a magical ship and a magical sword. That just kind of annoyed me. But anyway, I guess overall, I enjoyed it. It was a pleasant enough 2-hour, 17-minute, I think, diversion. I put it about on par with the other pirate sequels. They're okay. Not sure how I'd rank it. Probably liked it better than Dead Man's Chest, but anyway, I just wanted to respond to you guys' flick chart real quick. This video's going long, but I'll just respond to your flick chart real quick. Pirates 4 versus Lost in Space. How is that even a discussion? Lost in Space was awful. Awful. Now, if this was Penelope Cruz versus Heather Graham, then we'd have a competition, okay? So, you guys are talking a little about the man chart. Maybe there's a chick chart. No, I guess they kind of already do that in the Social Network, so we won't do that. But I think Penelope Cruz's accent and those dark eyes give her the edge. But anyway, Pirates vs. Superman 3. Again, there's no discussion. Superman 3 is awful. It was the worst Superman movie ever, easily. But you guys, illuminated the reasons why well enough. Pirates vs. Sahara. I actually really like Sahara. I'm a big Sahara apologist. It's not a great movie, but as a fun action adventure, it's really, really entertaining. I think it's underrated. It's got great action scenes. It's got great, funny, comedic banter between Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn. Steve Zahn's character, especially William H. Macy's character. And this is one of those cases where it's better than the book. The book was so bloated and pretentious, and this movie was just pure, like, fun, and yet it still had an interesting plot. Making ecologists the bad guys, that was pretty good. By the way, Alvin, on my man chart, Matthew McConaughey versus Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth, hands down. Okay? You need to see A Perfect Getaway, because Chris Hemsworth is in that, he's good in that, and he has his shirt off most of the time. So watch A Perfect Getaway. I think Steve should have that one. And the last thing you guys did was Gone Baby Gone versus The Fugitive. Pretty rough. These are two of my top 250 movies. But like you guys said, The Fugitive is just an amazing thriller. I think Natasha said that she's seen it a dozen times, and every time it's just a great movie. And I agree with her. Every time I watch the movie, I'm totally engaged. Love Tommy Lee Jones in that movie. Love Harrison Ford. Love the supporting cast. Love the story. But Gone Baby Gone, like you guys said, has just way more going on. And I'd probably go Gone Baby Gone on that one. The only thing left is Kung Fu Panda 2, which I actually saw last night. But I'll tell you that I was looking forward to it because I'm a huge fan of Kung Fu Panda. And I'm sorry, Steve, but I don't need any help recognizing that Kung Fu Panda is an amazing movie. First time I saw it, I didn't appreciate it as much, but liked it. I watched it the second time, I think with Albin. Albin and I watched it one night, and the second time I was just blown away by it. And I will never understand how Nate cannot recognize the artistry going on in that movie. It's so steeped in Asian cinema traditions, and the writing's great, the characters are great, it's a beautiful movie, the action's great. kind of dying to tell you guys what I think of Kung Fu Panda 2, but I will save it for next time. But sorry, this is like a 10-minute video. I'll try to make them shorter in the future. But I just kind of like wanted to do it, so I did it. And hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on and on for 10 minutes. I will see you next week talking about Kung Fu Panda 2. See you later.